Hello, it's Annelie van Rensburg, and today I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of crackle and just paint maybe one flower on top of this. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to use this chalk paint. It's for the local people in South Africa. It's a chalk paint. I'm just going to cover this with one coat, and then I'm going to put a white base on top of this, and then I'm going to crackle it so that the dark can come to the front. You can use any acrylic for this. You don't need to use this chalk paint. You can use acrylic, black acrylic. It depends on how much other colors you want to show through. If you want to put red underneath and white on top, or just a contrasting color every time. So I'm just going to quickly cover this. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you. Okay, both are dry now. My piece of superwood that I'm working on and my frame. So I'm going to take carpenter's glue or wood glue, or cobalt as we call it in South Africa. I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. I think I'm going to do the frame as well, and then I'm going to it's going to maybe be better if I just do this. Just get a piece of chalk. I think I'm going to maybe let it run over like this, and then maybe then again there. I don't want to crackle the whole frame, and I don't want to crackle the whole canvas. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of, you can use a brush, anything that works for you. A brush works nice, a palette knife works also great, so it just depends on what works for you. You must just find that out, and then you can use it. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit over there. Now what you do now, you leave this until it's the skin is formed on top of this. And as soon as the skin is formed, I'm going to paint a little bit of white, or I think I'm going to go for this Olivias Pale, maybe with a touch of white, and then I'm going to paint it over this, and then hopefully it will crackle nice. So I think while I'm waiting for this to dry or to form a skin, I'm going to do this one as well. If it works, it works. If it's not going to work, I won't show this in the video, but anyway. So I'm going to put a little bit of my crackling, my cobalt or my wood glue, carpenter's glue there. You can use crackle or any other medium that gives you cracks. I'm just going to use this because I haven't got any on hand, and I want to try it, so I'm going to use it now. So yeah. Okay, there you go. So now I'm waiting for a skin to form. You can even take a hair dryer and quickly go over this. And as soon as the skin formed, you can just then take your paint and go over with that. So I'm just going to leave it for a moment to dry while I open my paints and other stuff. Okay, you can see here, when you press on top of this, I hope you can see it still makes a little bit of dents. If you wait too long, it will dry clear like there, and then it won't crack. So it still needs to be white, so you mustn't let it over dry. You can rather wait a moment, or you can be a little bit impatient and just try it. You just want to go one time over this. You don't want to go back and back and back, otherwise you're going to pick up all that glue that's lying there. I've taken out a little bit of both. So I'm just going to try and go over that. I'm just spraying a little bit of water over my paint because it's very hot here. Okay, so you can take a generous amount of your paint and start here and just go over that. Try not to go back. You just get some more paint. If you're confident that it doesn't move, you can just fold those up. I'm not going to worry too much because I rather like the dark coming through here and there. Got to put a little bit of white with this. There where the glue isn't present, you can just paint that as you usually do. Just I'm going to close the most of those. Okay, when you're this far, you can either leave it in the sun to dry, or you can use a hair dryer. And as soon as you go over this, what happens, the glue underneath has got a skin on top, but it's still wet underneath the skin. So what happens when the paint and stuff starts to dry, it's going to pull apart. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of heat on here now. Okay, they are both dry now. I'm going to paint on top of this now. The colors I'm going to use is Cobalt Blue, Burnt Umber, Yellow Ochre, Cadmium Yellow, Cadmium Red, Paynes Grey and White. I'm going to maybe use my palette knife and maybe a brush. So I'm just going to take a chalk and I'm just going to make marks there where I want to put my flower. And then I'm going to take this frame away. So first of all, I'm going to take my burnt umber with my yellow ochre, and I just want to make a little bit of a shadowy part somewhere in here. I'm not going to go over my crackle too much, although that line there I would like to break a little bit because I don't like that big open space there. Okay, for now I think that's enough. So I'm just going to switch over to a smaller palette knife. Or maybe let me take a brush. It's maybe going to be easier for if you want to paint along. The colors I'm going to take out now is a little bit of my white. Let me just open this quickly. So I've taken out my cadmium red, my cadmium yellow. I've still got my yellow ochre and my burnt umber, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use white, or otherwise I'm just going to take out a little bit if I might need it. So for the inside of the flower, I'm going to use my yellow ochre, and I'm just going to make a poppy or something like that. So I'm going to put my, just want to put a little bit of white. It's a little bit too transparent for my taste. Just going to put my inside of my flower there, and I'm going to take a little bit of my white and my yellow, and I want to put it in there where I think my heart of my flower can be. And then I'm just going to take my red, and I'm just going to put a touch here and there, and then I'm going to put my brush down, and I'm going to come to the center of the flower where the stem is attached there. I think I can actually go a little bit higher with my inside of my flower there. Okay, I basically finished. I'm just gonna use this Paynes Grey. Just put a drop of water with this. And I'm just gonna outline and put a little bit of a darker shade here at the side where the shadowy part is. I think I'm finished now. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can see the crackle effect on the frame. And yeah, there. I enjoyed to paint this for you, and I'll see you next time. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe and hit that bell, and then you can get future uploads of my videos. And you must have a lovely day. Bye.